Hi, everybody. Today I am here to talk to you about self-care. Now, I had actually recorded this video last night while I was sitting with a face mask on waiting for it to dry. I thought, oh, what a perfect time to shoot this video. And unfortunately, I did the whole thing with no audio whatsoever. So I thought, I'll just do it again today. You can just picture it though. Um, I think when we talk about self-care, there's such a buzzword, online and magazines, and this is what everybody's talking about, the importance of self-care. But I think we tend to think that's what it means, as pampering ourselves, doing a face mask or going to a spa or getting our nails done or whatever. And as much as all that stuff is really great, what self-care really is taking time out of every day to spend time on yourself. I know from being an entrepreneur for many, many years, 20 years ago, I started my first business. And I think women can be the very worst for this, is putting themselves last. So, I remember when I started my first business, oh, it was brutal. I worked every hour of the day and night, and I still cleaned the house and did groceries and cooked and did everything that needed to be done. I was like, it's okay. I'll get through this. It'll be great. And, I lost a ton of weight. My family was really worried about me because I was working myself into the ground, but I felt like, oh no, I can't take time out of all of these important tasks to just take care of myself. There's been a few times over my life I learned a lesson back then, but then, life goes on, and then you go through another, change, and you forget those lessons that you've learned. I had another time in my life when I was actually transitioning out of having my own, it was a hair salon that I had, my first business, and I was transitioning into real estate and doing property development. And I, um, so I was still working in the salon, still running the salon, working behind the chair, doing hair, selling properties, and I was getting really, really busy. Plus, we were in the middle of doing a full renovation on a property, and I came down with the most horrible flu. Knock on wood. I hope I never have anything like that again. It knocked me out. Like, it was impossible for me to do anything. So again, it goes back to running yourself into the ground and wearing yourself out. Now, sometimes those circumstances that I'm talking about might be really extreme, where you've got just everything going on at once. But even on a daily basis, there's my dog going out of the room. Even on a daily basis, um, you know, there's a lot of things that come into our lives. There's a lot of pressures and things that happen. And we have to be able to have the strength and the stamina to deal with that. And it comes from taking care of ourselves. So what am I talking about? Getting enough sleep, obviously. Filling your body with good things. This is another thing. I think whenever a lot of us get busy, you tend to make bad choices. You maybe not eating enough. That has been a real bad one for me. I get busy and I forget to eat. Making sure that you get exercise, making sure that you get outside and get some fresh air and get some sunshine. I've started a new ritual myself the last number of months, where I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, for me, that actually, if you had said that to me a few years ago, I would have thought, are you kidding me? Get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But because I'm not a morning person naturally, I'm not one of those people that wakes up early. But you know what? If I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, it gives me time to make a nice healthy smoothie, because again, I'm not really a breakfast person, so I'm having something healthy as soon as I'm getting up. I'm taking time out for myself to do some journaling, some planning for the day. And then I go and either go to the gym and work out, or go for a run. Come home, take the dog out for a walk, get showered and ready and everything. And it's like, I already feel so good that I've taken time to myself before I have to start doing any work. I haven't looked at my emails, I haven't done anything, and I've already taken a few hours just for me. So that's just a little bit of advice. Getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning might not be for everybody, but I think it's really, really important that you take an hour out of your day. If it means getting up an hour earlier, or finding an hour somewhere in your day where you can just focus on yourself, taking care of yourself, making sure that you're filling yourself up. You can't it's cliche to say, but I mean, you can't take care of everybody else if you don't take care of yourself first. So I just wanted to shoot this quick video to share that. If you're somebody that's maybe struggling with finding some time for yourself, it's so very important. So make sure that you do, no matter what it takes, just make sure that you do. And if you're making some changes like doing better eating habits, all those sorts of things, just implement small things, you know, start drinking more water, start eating, or, you know, having better snacks around during the day, that kind of thing, you know, going to bed a little earlier and maybe reading instead of being on your phone or watching television late into the evening. Maybe go in and read a nice book and unwind before you go to sleep. But hopefully there was something in there that can be a little nugget of goodness for you, and I will see you very soon.